Hey guys, EdogPlays here, bringing you guys another video. Today is Tap Titans 2 part 163. I hope you guys are all having an absolutely amazing day. I'm really excited. We have another tournament. It feels like the tournaments have just been back to back. Obviously they're the same length of days, but I just feel like it's been so crazy and so awesome in these last couple tournaments that I've been live streaming. I've just been having an absolute blast. So thank you so much for everyone that's been tuning into the live streams, watching the videos, watching the live streams on YouTube. I do have a playlist of all of the old live streams. If you guys want to go back and watch any of those, there is a playlist of all of the live streams that I've done up to this point. But I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for all the support. It really does mean a lot. But I'm really excited to get into today's video. We got another preparation day. Thankfully, now that I recorded an end tournament update, that we only have one preparation day. So the next video you guys see is going to be a tournament video, and I'm so pumped for that one. I'm really excited. So because obviously, I'm really excited because we are going to be crafting our very first ever treasure hunter piece. I'm so excited for that, and I just honestly cannot wait. I'm gonna push a little bit longer while we look at some other rewards, but really I've you know what, let's just go ahead and prestige. I've pushed about as much as I can here. Not as much as I can, but as much as I would like to. It just takes too long to go ahead and continue to push up. But I have noticed that there has been a lot less fairies, but it seems like the fairies are so likely to drop diamonds. So I think just when I was preparing this for this video, so getting up to a decently high stage to prestige, I think we got, well, I probably played for about 20 minutes or so, and we got at least a bare minimum of 3 fairies that dropped the diamonds plus 15 firestones each. We have got 45 firestones just from the fairies, and I'm so excited to take a look and see if we have any rewards here. So we got one set 250 raid dust plus 1 more skill point. The raid dust should come in really handy. As you guys saw in yesterday's video, we got a lot more upgrades for our raid cards. A lot of raid cards. We didn't do as many upgrades, but just because we ran out of dust. We're gonna go and activate a spell hero, and let's take a look here at our raid cards. We don't want to do acid drench. We don't want to upgrade that. Oh no, we did do all the upgrades, didn't we? I think we did all the upgrades. So I guess really now we can go and spend our dust in the shop. Purifying blast or fragmentize or razor wind. I'm gonna have to go ahead and go with purifying blast because we only have like 300 raid dust. So we don't have a ton, but purifying blast now can be upgraded, which is awesome, for 700 dust. So that was going to be really big help because this is obviously our best deck, and I'm really excited to see what kind of damage we can pull with that deck. But we did upgrade our limb deck a decent amount, so I am going to go and test that one out probably first, to be honest with you. Try to see how much damage we can get from that deck. I don't know exactly what we were at before, but I know we weren't in the 900,000s. I believe it was around 800,000 damage. So I want to see, I'm curious to see how much damage we can actually go and do with that deck now. Our first one is getting, it seems like all the time it's just increasing by bit by bit. We're doing a couple upgrades here and there, and it's really awesome to see that we're now like over 1.3 million damage with our best deck, which is just absolutely insane. So hopefully we can get some of our other decks, closer to 1 million damage, which would be absolutely awesome. But we do have some pet quests here. So we got some pet quests. We got some XP for fluffers, which is really nice. That is one that I really wanted to do because we are not running out, but our mana regeneration could definitely be better. I'll be the first to say our mana regeneration definitely could be better. We're only getting, without mana potion or anything like that, we're only getting about 24 regeneration a minute, which isn't amazing. But going into a shadow clone build, I've seen people, I was watching one of Salt Rise's old videos today, and one of his shadow clone build, he had shadow clone activated for 55 minutes. It was probably closer to an hour, but almost an hour shadow clone. So the other ones were a little bit lower, so you had to activate them a little bit more often. But that is just absolutely insane to see that you can get that much time out of it. It was just mind-blowing to me, to be honest with you. So I'm really curious to see, well, do I really need that much mana regeneration for a shadow clone build? Because by the looks of it, I mean, if I don't have to activate shadow clone for almost an hour, I mean, that is absolutely insane. And I think that build would be so awesome for me because I enjoy playing this game, but I like playing other games or doing other things at the exact same time, whether if I have homework or if I'm playing another game or whatever the case may be. It's nice to have the game up, but I feel like even with the clanship, it's fairly inactive. Not even every 2 minutes. Every 2 minutes you need to activate your skills, but you constantly need to be calling your clanmate, which definitely isn't very AFK. Probably every 30 seconds you need to be clicking and watching for your clanmate. We did get 940,000 damage. This is insane. This is way better than it was before, hands down. I don't think we were even close to the 900,000 mark, and we did a big jump there. So 940,000 damage is insane from that deck. I'm really happy with that. Obviously our main deck is still going to be a decent amount better, but it's our main deck. You know, we spent a lot of dust on that one, and it's kind of like the best possible situation for that deck. So I'm really looking forward to, you know, increasing some damage from our older decks or from our other decks that I really think have potential, but we just haven't invested as much dust in. I think we can definitely pull some big numbers from some of those decks. So let's go and claim our daily reward. Today is going to be 25 firestones as always, as well as a skill point there, which is definitely going to help. The next tournament is going to be the hero weapons and fortunate weapons, which is awesome. You know, it's always nice to have those. It's not as much of like a instant notice. Like you can't really instantly tell that, you know, you're doing more damage or anything like that from the hero weapons. It's not like crafting shards where it's like, oh yay, I get to go and craft another set, or, you know, I get more skill points or things like that. But it's definitely something that's really going to help me in the long run. And so doing well in these tournaments are going to be pretty crucial. I mean, every single tournament has its, you know, advantages, right? I mean, getting crafting shards is super helpful for finishing sets. You know, skill points and perks is obviously really helpful for increasing your skill tree build. And the hero weapons and stuff, I mean, overall that's going to make you do more damage, right? And especially in the long run, like I said, it is going to be helping a ton, as you can see. So like, for example, this hero I'm doing, because of the hero weapons that I have, 6.92 million times that amount of damage. So let me say that one more time. So because of this hero, you know, the normal base damage, whatever it is, it's now being multiplied by 6.92 million because of our hero weapons, which is just insane. So we've got every single weapon, every single scroll. We're just working on, you know, getting more of them, right? So you're getting skill amounts here for these ones. For these ones, you're doing weapon damage, which is just, it's insane how beneficial these really are when you think about it, right? It's just not something that you instantly will notice and see in your every day, you know, playing the game. But it's definitely something that is super helpful. No doubt about it. But we're gonna go ahead and do our main deck here. So we got 3 attacks remaining. Let's see where we're at. I'm curious to see, actually, because there is every spot that we can attack on this Titan. You know, the best spots are, first one's the head deck that I like to use it on the head. You know, we got a body deck and all that stuff. I'm curious to see how much damage we can see, how much we can do with all 4 decks combined. So if we can get all of the various here, so I apologize that I'm not looking at the camera for right now. But I want to see if we can see, because this is the first set of attacks, so it's really easy to see how much damage you did for all of the decks combined. So I'm really curious to see. I kind of missed that fairy there. Oh, that was a really far stretch. So we may not hit 1.3 million, but that would be absolutely awesome if we can, because this, like I said, this is our big deck. This is where the damage comes from. So I'm curious to see what we can get from all 4 of our decks combined. Get all those fairies. Nice. The last couple, 1.33 million. That is a really good score. Probably could have gotten a little bit more if, you know, that last fairy was just a little bit quicker, but that is not a big deal. But I am really curious to see how much we can actually pull from, like I said, all 4 of our decks. This is going to be really curious, because I've never done something like this. I've never seen, you know, how much damage we can get from all of our decks. So that does mean that I'm going to activate this stuff right now, but gonna, you know, kind of take a break from it midway through. If you guys don't know, when you do your raid attacks, it actually pauses your progression, but it doesn't pause the timer for your skill. So I don't normally do raid attacks during this, but because we want to get all 4 done in this video, I want to see what damage we can actually pull. So we are going to use Fragmentize for the torso here, because this is even a more perfect example, because we can use Fragmentize on the torso and we can use Razor Wind on the head. We don't have to use the Shadow, Grim Shadow or whatever one. That isn't as good as Fragmentize or Razor Wind. So I'm really curious to see if we hit all 600 taps, which I think we have so far. We maybe missed a couple, but not a big deal. But I'm really curious to see. I'm assuming it's gonna be, well, I'm hoping it's gonna be around 3.8, high 3 million damage, because obviously every deck isn't doing 1 million damage, but our first one did do more than 1 million damage. So, you know, we should be getting a decent amount of damage out of all 4 of these decks, and I'm really curious to see. So we'll go back here, upgrade that, get our clan made going. We'll go ahead and do this. But like, again, another thing that would be really nice on a shadow clone build is, you know, just how AFK it is, right? That is the big thing for me. And it's like, okay, maybe I don't know for a fact, but even if it is a little bit slower progressing, if you're, you know, fully paying attention on both, you know, builds, I don't really care because I would have more time. I'd be able to play obviously longer because, you know, if I'm doing anything else, really, I can go and activate it, right? With the clanship one, I'm kind of like, well, I'm not going to sit here for, you know, I'm not going to sit here and be paying attention to the screen for, you know, 30 every single 30 seconds. So I definitely wouldn't be getting as much damage or wouldn't be, you know, progressing as quick with a clanship build. So I'm really curious to see how well it helps us when we do switch over, and we will be switching over. But like I said before, I want to make sure I'm prepared. I want to make sure it's a good transition. I don't want to have to switch back later on, and I don't want to regret my decision, and I don't want to, you know, have to do any of that stuff. I want it to be perfect, and I think the only way to do that is making sure we have all of the what's called mythic sets that are really going to help us. Someone even recommended me getting another mythic set. Wow, 830,000 damage with that deck. That is awesome. So let's take a look here. I'll show you guys what mythic set they recommended as well here, but we got 3.87 million damage. That is what I thought. As you can see, there's a pretty big gap here, 3.8 to 6.7, nearly 3 million damage more than me. But that's okay. He is, let's see, his max stage is 90,000. So I feel like we're doing pretty good. That's not too bad. But just cool to see how much damage, you know, all decks combined, we can nearly make 4 million damage. But someone did go ahead and recommend that we get another mythic set before actually switching. They said they would recommend Dark Predator as well before switching. Now, I'm not exactly sure why. Inactive sneak count, I'm not totally sure if that helps a lot. But Deadly Strike, I don't think is a huge part. Definitely helpful, but I don't think it's a huge part in the Shadow Clone build. So I don't think I'm going to be waiting for that one. But definitely we're going to be finishing Treasure Hunter. Like that was always the plan. Finish Treasure Hunter and finish Ruthless Necromancer, and then we will switch. But that's probably going to be thousands and thousands of stages away. So we got a little bit of time to think about it. But thank you guys so much for tuning into today's video. Like I said, we have a tournament tomorrow. When you guys are watching, this tournament starts today, and I will be doing a live stream the same day you guys are watching this. I'm going to be doing it about 2 hours or an hour after the tournament goes live. So the tournament goes live for everyone at the exact same time. So about an hour after that, I will be doing a live stream. Or to make it a little bit easier for you guys, about 8 to 9 hours after this video went live is when I'm going to be doing the live stream. But thank you guys so much for tuning into today's video. I really do appreciate it. And I will catch you guys in tomorrow's live stream or the next video. Peace out.